Hi, this is bookishclara, and today we are going to dive into a Korean folktale. 선녀와 나무꾼 is a famous folktale in Korea, and when translated, the title means the 선녀 and the woodcutter. And if you're wondering what's a 선녀, good question. I had a minor crisis trying to translate this. So most books translate 선녀s as fairies or Taoist fairies or heavenly maidens or angels. So basically they're goddesses who live in heaven. In my opinion, they just feel like minor goddesses. Fairies seem too minor and mischievous, and full-on goddesses seem a bit too heavy-duty to me. So yeah. Anyway, time for the story. A long time ago, in a village, there lived a woodcutter who lived taking care of his mother, a widow. One day, while he was cutting down trees, a deer being chased by a hunter begged him to save him. So the woodcutter hid the deer in a pile of lumber. When the hunter came up to him and asked, "Hey, did the deer just run past?" He was like, "Yup, he totally went that way." After the hunter had gone, the deer was like, "You saved my life. As thanks, I will tell you this highly confidential information. There is a pond nearby where the celestial goddesses bathe. When they are bathing, hide one of the goddesses' winged dresses. One goddess will not be able to return to the sky. If you take care of the goddess, she will become your wife. But do not show her the winged dress until you have had at least 3 children." And of course, the woodcutter was like, "Wow, a talking woodland creature is telling me to kidnap a celestial deity. Seems totally legit." So the woodcutter did as the deer said. He went to the bathing spot and stole a dress. And I know some of you are hoping that the goddesses will notice this creepy woodcutter and pull on Artemis. You will be disappointed. And when the goddesses finished bathing, they all returned to the sky, but the youngest was left behind. Then of course the woodcutter came to the rescue. He said, "Oh, someone stole your clothes? What a fiend. We'll be sure to catch the culprit later. Meanwhile, why don't you stay in my place?" So the goddess stayed at the woodcutter's house, and they were married. About 3 years later, the woodcutter has 2 children and everything's going dandy. And of course, this is where everything goes awry. At least for the woodcutter. The woodcutter, after listening to how much his wife longed for home, showed her the winged dress. His wife, not being an idiot, snatched up the dress and carrying her children in each arm, flew away. The deer visited the woodcutter, now left alone. The deer said, "Look, dude, here's another chance for you. Go to the pond where you met your wife. A bucket, the kind you use on wells, will be lowered from the sky." The woodcutter went to the pond, and sure enough, there was a bucket. He climbed in and he arrived in the celestial realm where he met his wife and kids. And the woodcutter would have been happy, but he was worried about his mother, who he had left alone on earth. So his wife gave him a celestial steed. She told him the celestial steed would take him to his mother, but whatever happened, he must not get off the horse and set foot on the ground. We all know this is going to end badly. The woodcutter went back to Earth and met his mother. His mother prepared some red bean porridge for him, one of his favorites. But the porridge was so hot that he spilled some on the horse's back. The horse, surprised, threw off its rider and returned to the sky alone. The woodcutter, never again able to return to the sky, became a rooster right on the spot. And no, this is not supposed to be funny. So every morning he cried up to the sky. This story has 3 versions. The first tells the story up to the part about the goddess returning to the sky and the woodcutter being left alone. The second tells the story a bit further until the part about the woodcutter and his wife reuniting. The third tells all the story like the bit about the woodcutter turning into a rooster. So it's a tragedy, then happy ending, then tragedy from the woodcutter's point of view. So this is the story of the 선녀 and the 나무꾼. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to make my day extra special, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. Have a bookish afternoon. Bye!